Alright, so like there isn't anybody out here right now where I'm at. Hopefully nobody comes in my video by the time I get to the woods. There isn't many people out here. It's kind of really windy and I mean it's not too chilly. It feels like in the 50s or whatever. We're supposed to have some possible thunderstorms tonight. And I just like okay, so right now I'm 70 hours fasted. Okay, so like I started getting anxiety like I got before with my ex fiance. Um, and it's like I think that like since I left this place before, and I've been like slowly unplugging myself from the matrix. It kind of I really haven't really like listened to much content like I usually do. Um, my video games that I just bought, I've already played like for the last 10 years, I think 5, 10 years. Like it's just the same games, so like I'm already bored of them. Um, and that's unfortunate. And like I got a bunch of weed. I'm smoking weed cause this is my week to chill, man. This is my week to trying to do a lot of fasting. Um, and kind of like use marijuana as something to take the edge off. Like, I liked marijuana, man. I used to smoke marijuana all the time when I was here before. Um, I have my ex fiance smoked weed all the time, and it's just like, man, I would like to do that. That was cool. Um, and it's like, I couldn't though. You know, I quit smoking cigarettes. I quit smoking weed. I stopped doing all that stuff. And I mean, I'm doing it now a little bit. I mean, like, yeah, I've done it this whole year. I mean, I don't know. I haven't dated at all. I haven't been with women at all. So it's just kind of been like, there hasn't been much prospects. And it's on me too, man. It's not like I'm the ideal situation where I want to bring women back to my place. You know what I mean? I got my kid there. So it's kind of like not the best situation, and it's just kind of I'm poor, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's kind of like I don't know what's gonna happen with the economy. I just lost my job. My I put myself into a pretty bad situation right now, honestly. Right in the middle of a recession, and I knew it was coming, the recession, and hopefully it'll be a quick one and we can like pivot really quickly. I mean, Trump still has a lot to work with right now when it comes to a lot of things going on in the world. Um, so he can only do so much and turn things around so quickly. Like he was handed a shit sandwich, man. Seriously. So like we're gonna have some rough times ahead. I don't know how rough it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be civilization ending, you know, end times, apocalyptic scenario. I think that would have happened. I mean, it could still happen, but I think that there's a creator, and um, I think that there's a creator. So I don't know if there's creators, like I don't like everything that has been you know told to me. I don't know if it's 100% on point. So um, I don't know if things have been manipulated, edited, or what have you. But I'm trying. I'm trying to have like a positive attitude, because like, you know, it's like I'm trying to enjoy this time, but I'm also like trying to like do some spiritual stuff too as well. Like nothing crazy, man. I don't dabble in anything crazy. Like, I mean, it's just kind of like fighting myself, I guess. You know what I mean? With like the long fast. That's what long fasts do. And it's like, where am I going? Like, where am I headed? And like I'm having to reorganize my life. I hate having to reorganize my life. It gives me so much anxiety. Oh man, like going through like pictures and old times, like I'm a sap. I'm a huge sap. So it's just kind of like I need to be around people around family, honestly. I think that it's kind of ridiculous, like, you know, I'm acting all like what? My kid is up here, and that's a huge reason why I came up here, man. It definitely was a huge reason, but like, I kind of always felt like this was gonna happen. I didn't think this was like a long-term thing because I was gonna look for another job, man. I was confident too. I was confident as hell. I'm not so confident anymore. That's why I say I'm probably gonna try to do some service jobs or whatever jobs I can get, man, as quick as possible. Start making money. Yeah, but that was the anxiety I felt before with, thinking about my ex fiance and like going off on walks and thinking about things myself and like just the anxiety of what seeing a story end is such a and it's weird because like I still have like a month and a half here, but I'm just like going through those old type of feelings, I think. And then like my kids are wrapped up in it too, like because they were obviously a part of the situation, and them being raised here, and one's still gonna be here, and I just don't. I will come back if I have good opportunities, man. Like I want good opportunities. I don't want to have to worry about, jobs that don't want to pay. I want good opportunities where like I want to get down and dirty and help out and help build cool stuff, and yeah. But they don't really have a lot of that stuff here, man. Like, I don't know if the robots are coming to help us out anytime soon, so I guess we'll see what happens, but I guess society is changing a lot, and it's very not family friendly. So like trying to hold on to anything that makes you feel at home, whether it was artificial or not. Like for me, that situation was kind of like I knew it wasn't going to last, and it was really dumb of me to propose, especially being married still. Like, how stupid. It was kind of like and I did it on Valentine's Day too. So cliche. It was really, I think it was rainy. Yeah, that was cool. Kind of like this day, but it would rain. Rained a lot. So like, what, dealing with that situation was probably like one of the biggest heartbreaks I've ever had in my life. Having residual trauma that having to deal with. And like, I don't know why I even came back here. You know, like I could have probably been way better off if I just stayed where I was at. You know, and I don't know though. I don't know. You know, I don't know. But, you know, I'm gonna give it my all. And I'm gonna try to be like, I'm gonna try to have a job. I'm not trying to just be somebody, a part of society that's like worthless. I definitely can contribute, man. I can learn, I can grow, I can adapt. Like I have a lot of qualities that, you know, I don't know. It's just thinking about the future and man, like what's about to happen, dude? Like when all of these white collar workers lose their job, like this is the ultimate time to do it during recession. Just cut the fat off. Like boom, you're gone. This is why they like recessions. It's crazy because like you're gonna have AI, but like that's what I'm saying. If a bunch of people lose their office jobs because there's nobody hiring right now for white collar work, really, man. I mean, good luck. All that graphic design and network crazy stuff, like so when you get into that field of technology, you're always having to learn. You're continuously having to learn and adapt and innovate. That's the problem. Technology in certain areas has not innovated. Let's say the video game industry. It really hasn't. It's just, you know, I just bought 2 games that I don't even want to play. I'll try to play it. I'll try to get myself interested. You know, I'm moving back to Missouri, so I'm like, I'll try to play the Royals or something. I'll try to like prop up their young talent or something so I could kind of get an idea of what their names are and so I could have conversations with people about the Royals. I mean, you know, the Chiefs are just kind of but people like the Royals there, and they definitely like the Chiefs. But, you know, just kind of being a hometown type of person, you know, I can definitely fit in over there. It's like blue collar town, man, but it's interesting, man. I didn't expect this to happen. I guess. I mean, like I said, man, I don't know what I was doing here, because at some point, the job I had, at some point, a lot of jobs are going to be like, so like there'll be a lot of people like coming down. There's people coming this way, so I don't need to make a long video anyway. So a lot of the jobs are about to be eliminated where I was working by robots, by a mechanical warehouse, AI warehouse, and like that's gonna impact this area pretty hard unless they get some industry that comes in here. There's nothing here, man. Like there's no, like where I'm at is like the worst place to be. I have to commute either to Toledo or Detroit, and I don't want to work in either place. You know, and I'm looking at where I'm going, and I've been there before. I know the place a little bit. Man, I got family there. Like, you know, I got my mom, I got my sister, and then like my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. I got one of my best friends there. So it's kind of like, you know, Aiden chose to come out here. I don't have anything out here, man. I don't know what to say. When I went onto the dating sites, it just kind of like, I wasn't impressed. You know, I'm not trying to date somebody that's like a lot younger than me and has no kids. I don't even want to date, like my whole goal with dating, I always dated single moms usually, but my goal wasn't to like waste anybody's time. So like if there was a woman around my age in like late 30s or something and she doesn't have kids, like I wouldn't waste her time. You know what I mean? So what I want is like a woman that is her kids are older. They're at least teenagers, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's kind of like I want to have a little bit of an empty nest at some time where I can enjoy time with my partner, my significant other, without there being like damn kids in the house. I don't know if we're gonna deal with that anymore. I don't know if we're gonna. I think that families are gonna have to start living like they did back in the old days. I don't know though. We'll see. Man, that was weird. Like I'm not as high as I was. You know how much I wanted to take a joint here and smoke it here so I could, you know, walk back high. But it's cool, man. It's cool. What is this, a 17-minute video? I'll walk back here and then, yeah, like I just got some crazy anxiety. And like how I used to conquer the anxiety is I go walking. You know what I mean? I was talking about this in a different video where my ex-fiance, when I found out some crazy stuff about her, and I just had this crazy anxiety having to like go to work, and I was working for like 12 hours that day or something like that, and like yeah, it was crazy, man. It was definitely pretty crazy. And I don't know where I was going with that story, but like that's why I started getting like the anxiety, like where I walked for like 16 miles, man. I used to walk all the time. I would be on the phone with my sister all the time, like just like trying to tell her everything that was going on, trying to get everything off my chest, man. Like she listened to my crap all the time. She listened to my crap all the time. You know what I mean? Like, damn, that's crazy, dude. I would be up here walking and like calling her like almost a couple of times a day, like having anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and man, that was crazy. And that's what I was feeling. I felt like, because I don't know, like it's just like things are coming to an end and I can feel it, and then like I don't know what to do. Like I'm next month it's just like, I guess, organizing, get everything ready to go. But yeah, it's you know, it's kind of emotional for me, you know. I don't know what else to say about it. I think that's I've had a lot of stuff that's happened here, you know what I mean? So like leaving the first time, the second time, the last time I left, it took a lot of strength for me to just like, see ya, it took a lot of strength. Things are a little different now, but yeah, it's gonna have to get some strength, you know what I mean? Like, gonna have to suck it up, try to do the best I can do, and that's all I can do, you know what I mean? So like, I sold the Bitcoin, and I shouldn't have to pay capital gains tax, so I took a loss on it. But I will have to pay capital gains tax on the initial sell. So I definitely need some money for that if the government's going to be coming after me the next couple of months for it. But like, I definitely need it for to pay bills, man. I'm like moving, you know what I mean? I've always had like, when I'm about to leave, I'm about to have like I have a huge padding of cash, to help to help everything get along. I moved there. This is the second time I moved there without a job. I moved to Washington State without a job, and that was pretty fun. So like, my biggest problem is my debt. That's the biggest problem. And so I'm gonna try my damnedest by getting a couple jobs, and let's see what happens. Let's see if I can pay this shit off. Let's see, like, I finally have a chance to like, let's get my son a job, and he's gonna pay his side of the rent and pay for his bills and everything like that. And it'll be easier for me to get my shit. So hopefully that works out. Like, stuff doesn't, who knows, man. I was thinking like the last time when I moved to Washington State, I was almost to my dad's house, and it was really hilly, and I kind of took a tight turn, and I could have dumped my whole trailer. So like, anything could happen is when you're moving cross country. It's not too far. Should be able to make it there in half a day. But I'm just kind of like tired of the whole moving, and I just want to be somewhere stable, and I need some stability. Just like floating around crap is just ridiculous at this point. I had a lot of stability, when I had all the time at that place where I was working. But yeah, it's going through a lot of emotions right now, man, because probably because of the fasting, like feeling like I'm kind of a failure to my kid and my family, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. We moved up here. It was cool. It worked out. I got a job where I worked, and then I got my kid a job. It's just, couldn't hang, I guess. But the plan worked, but it just didn't sustain long enough. That job is really hard when you start out. Like, not a lot of people can handle it. So yeah, I have no problem working a job like that again. The thing is like, I don't know. I just do the best I can do. That's all I can do, you know what I mean? Just, I hate thinking about money and stress about things, and I feel very confident now that made that move, sold off my Bitcoin. I feel very confident. I feel that was an extreme, like, and the only reason that I got back in, and like after, so I sold at 90s something, 93, so, and then, you know, I bought back in at 85. I started getting back in after they said crypto reserve, and then it dropped, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have enough. I put too much. So like, you know, I'm just like today thinking about it, seeing it go down to 80, and you know what? I'm selling. You know, like, it is what it is. I need the cash. The cash is the most important thing. It's survival. I think this is a good time for me to reconnect with my family. To be honest, like, I've been kind of a douchebag, okay? I haven't been like the most inclusive family member. You know what I mean? It's kind of been like dragging my feet. And I shouldn't be like that, man. It should be, you know, celebrating Christmas with my family. Like, these are the people that I was around, and I don't need to be away from them. You know what I mean? Like, they probably need me anyway. So, yeah. So like I don't feel like I have any use here, but there's definitely like a use there for me. And you know, maybe I don't know what the future holds. You know, maybe end up coming back here, which I highly doubt. I don't think I'll come back here. But if I was to come back here, it's going to be up north. It seems like nicer up there with the snow and the... Yeah, I think that as long as there's jobs. But I don't know. You know, maybe one day that we won't even have to have jobs and worry about it, and I can just come back here whenever I want and just hang out. That would be cool. But we'll see what happens. I mean, like for me, it's kind of like I'm putting things away for now. Like, what am I supposed to do politically? You know, like, keep following this politics and taking in this useless information for my personal life. Well, my personal life is struggling, and it's been struggling. So, like, you know, I came up to Michigan. Part of the reason, not the whole thing, obviously, it was a little thing. Well, my vote, and I'll have my kid vote here, and our votes go a little bit farther than they did in Missouri. So that's part of the reason that I came back here. Not a big reason, just a tiny bit. And I knew it wasn't going to be like garner me any type of recognition, or that's cool that you did that, that's cool that you sacrificed your time. I mean, obviously the election is over, so is my job. So it's just like all the writing was on the wall. The writing was all over the wall to leave this place. I don't even like going to the gym that I used to like going to, man. I don't even like going there. I used to love going. That used to be my favorite gym, man. I think it started when they took away the punching bag. That kind of hurt my feelings. But, you know, yeah, I don't know if I've been depressed or what. Pretty emotional, man. Like, I started having like this type of anxiety when my kid left. Um, yeah, that was pretty interesting, man. Like, so my kid would be, my kid left and he came, decided to come up to Michigan and live with his mom. So like my other kid was living with me. He wasn't doing good in school, and we're like, let's just get your GED, or it's not your GED. He actually got his diploma by a program that he did. I forgot the name of it, but I would pick him up. I think maybe 2 days a week on my lunch. I'd have enough time to pick him up. And take him there and then go back to work. I'd have enough time. It'd take me a half hour, and then he would walk to my mom's, and then I would pick him up and we would go home. So that was so like I've sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed a lot for my kids, man. Like, seriously. I wanted to make sure that they both graduated. I wanted to make sure that both of my kids could drive. I wanted to make sure that both of my kids could swim, ride bikes. They had a for their time, I try to keep it very similar. I wanted them to have the same existence as their peers, so they didn't really stick out too much. They might have stuck out because they were poor, but they pretty much had the same experience that their peers had growing up. Which is really, really good. What you want to do is, I messed up. I wish I was. What you want to do is keep your kid in the same place. They have the same friends. They have the same people. You don't go everywhere. You stay at the same place. That's what you do. You don't need to keep upscaling and like, oh, I need to move. No, you stay at the same place, man. And you build from there. And then it's just like you build a house and then you pass it down. But I felt a lot of poverty here, man. That's my experience. It's not been exact poverty. Like, I've been on Section 8 here. It feels like fall, like one of my favorite times of the year. Like, it's cloudy and it's the exact opposite, right? It's about to be spring, but so it's just, you gotta have a house, man. You gotta have your kids stay in the same place and be around the same people like their whole life, so they just develop these bonds that they just take with them their whole lives, and that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing, man. Family is a huge thing. So yeah, I have not been perfect, man. What I've done is basically scraped by. That's what I've been doing, man. Scraping by. I worked through the whole pandemic and everything, so it's just like, the thing is, at least my kids are older now, and I can hopefully start building for myself now, instead of always having to help everyone else out. That's the problem, man. Is I'm having to help people, and I can't. It makes me not want to give to charity, honestly. Seriously, because I feel already tapped out, and I'm helping other people. So hopefully, I get my shit together, And like I said, like I don't plan on doing, those service shops forever. I'm sure I'll find something better and more stable. Figure out what I'm going to do. I have a car situation I need to figure out. Um, I got a couple car situations I need to figure out. And, you know, I can't get a new car, so it's kind of like I'm stuck with what I have. But the good thing is my kid's gonna get a car. He's gonna have to get a car, and then see what happens. Um, my car like has made it all the way over here towing a U-Haul trailer. It was the smallest one, but still, like, I can't believe it did it. I couldn't believe that they let me put that on there. So no, so there's been problems with it before where it kind of like just stops and it doesn't, and it kind of, the transmission kind of scares me and stuff like that. Transmission scares me big time. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it would suck for my life to be over and to get evicted and become homeless, and then like all of my stuff, stuff that it just gets destroyed. So, you know, that's like, my mom's is the best place. That's probably where I should be anyway, man. So much of my life I have lived away from my mom, and I have a lot of respect for her, She did the best she could. And yeah, like, I haven't always been the best kid. Definitely have not. So it's a lot of emotions coming out, and I think it's the fasting. I think that's a huge thing, and I think it's the moving on to something new. And I think that's going to be it.